Hello, 31 Day Challenge participants. This is McKade Marshall here, just checking in with you. Today marks day 13 in our 31 Day Challenge, which means we are now on a new part, a new section of Tasting the Goodness of God. So you should be today on part 3, God is Always Love. And I wrote this section because I think it's important to remember that the central theme of the entire Bible is the love of God. So when we read through our Bibles, whether from Genesis to Revelation, when Moses was given the Torah, the law to the Israelites, it was still a display of God's glory. When the prophets were prophesying judgments towards Israel or towards neighboring nations and promises of the future and the Messiah and the coming new heaven and new earth, no matter what was going on throughout the scriptures or in the New Testament when Jesus walked with his disciples and taught, and we see the account of his death and resurrection, and then the later letters to all the churches later on in the New Testament, all the way through the book of Revelation. All of these things composed in the scripture are an evidence and testify to the love of God. It is the central theme of the scriptures, and it's also the central theme of this 31-day daily devotional and this 31-day challenge. When we learn to embrace the love of God and to receive the love of God, that is the truth of our faith. And that is what we are rooted and grounded in, is the love of God. And so, as you go into part 3, think about God's love. Think about how he knew we needed redemption, and so he pre-planned to send Jesus, his very own son, to earth, flesh and blood, to walk and talk with us as fully human and fully God, knowing that one day he would die a death of crucifixion. And so think about how God gave up his only son because he loves us. And he humbled himself. Jesus humbled himself under the hand of God. Even though he was the Prince of Heaven, he had the heir to the throne, he still chose to humble himself and to walk humbly. And how that should humble our hearts and want to make us love him and serve him all the more. And so on day 13, as you're reading honor, just remember that when you honor God, God is a good God. He's going to send that honor right back down onto you. And the scripture says to honor one another above yourself. And that really is a reflection of the love of God. So that's one reason I put honor under God is always love, because honor and love go hand in hand together. Romans 12:10 says to honor and love each other above one another. And so when you do that, you're displaying the goodness of God in your life. And that's what, when you honor God with whatever you're doing, he's going to promote you. He's going to cause you to go to the next level. He's going to honor you because you're honoring him. So that's the beauty of walking with God. He always repays us for honoring him with good things. He satisfies our life with good things. And so I just pray that over these next 6 days that you really would experience God's love, that you would experience a blessing that you haven't experienced before. So I really hope you enjoy this week's theme of the love of God. And I just want to encourage you, if you haven't engaged with other participants yet, you can get way more out of the challenge if you'll engage with me and other participants, and you can do that on my website, McKadeMarshall.com. If you'll go to the 31 Day Challenge chat board tab on the left, you can just click on 31 Day Challenge and there's a tab for the chat board. I write on that chat board every single day, and I promise you, if you throw something on there, I will respond. And you can also respond on social media, Facebook especially. I post every day. You're going to get more out of 31 Day Challenge if you'll engage with other people. You can share thoughts, you can share testimonies. Other people might not engage with you, but I promise you, if you put something on there, I will engage with you. And discussion or questions or anything like that, I'd be more than happy to answer them. So make sure you go to the 31 Day Challenge chat board and check that out. And If you've gotten behind in the challenge, maybe you're a day or two behind or a few days behind, that's okay. Keep going. You can get caught up. You don't have to be done on the 31st of January. You can read right into February. So don't panic if you're not on day 13 yet. Just keep chugging along. And I'm just excited. It's been a great year. It's the 4th year that we've done this challenge, and so every year it's just a little different, and it's cool to see what God does. So if you're signed up or if you're just following along, I just encourage you to keep reading and keep believing, because God's biggest blessings are right out in front of us in 2018. All right. Well, I love you, and I'm praying for you, and God bless you.